What's up, guys? We're live. A little different. A lot of things have changed a little bit. Welcome to Wicked Crazy Pinfalls. What's up, bud? How you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good, and yeah, everybody, you're watching this. Yep, that's John Cena.
Why no face cam?
Oh, because I want people to see this icon.
Aw. I'd rather see that beautiful face of yours than that
Yeah,
icon right
I'm
now.
gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it back. Don't worry. I just want people to see it.
So, just to give you guys a heads up, things have changed a little bit. Um, there, the Facebook side of everything is in transition. I got rid of my Facebook profile because, well, I only use it primarily to promote the show. So I started a show one. So look up Wicked or Wick Pinfalls. That's pretty much the show one right now. Sorry. So in that, I'm focusing more on that stuff than my own social media. So, but the Facebook group's still there. So get on it if you can. Um, I'll have to get my mod status on there because I don't have the administrator anymore. Um, other than that, let's keep going and stuff like that. It's been a good week so far in wrestling with, what happened last night at AEW. I didn't catch much of it. Caught some of the highlights. NXT was meh, Raw. Well, Raw. But we also have the Rumble coming up, so we got a lot to talk about and stuff like that. So, what are your expectations going into the Rumble so far?
Um, the way they're hyping up the women's rumble, like, made these rumors, like I think we get out of this way. Wanda Rousey, like, if she shows up, um, Carrie Saint, Asuka, like, there's a lot of things. There's just a lot of things going in this women's rumble, right? Like, we already got Lita, Bellas, Michelle McCool, Summer Rae, Legend Summer Rae, but Wanda Rousey possibly coming back. That's mega huge. I mean,
Yeah, it's interesting because with Ronda coming back as like Becky did, it could set something up very, very interesting and very crazy.
mhm,
Um, Anakin already poking the bear right now.
yeah. Where's Mike DMC? DMC Mike, where's DGMC?
DGMC. I think what's going to end up being a good thing about her coming back, it puts more eyes on emphasis on the Rumble. Sorry, still getting over this COVID cough.
Sucks.
um, it it's literally going to give more eyes on the Rumble, especially on a Saturday night. It's unusual.
Mhm.
It's one of those things that's very unusual for them to do a Saturday night show as of late because a lot of their shows are on Sundays for their major shows. But that's without standing having Mania going at two nights. So, I mean, what do you expect from this all? Because it should be a good show nonetheless.
It should be a good show because we got some good matches on the card. Look, we got Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Um, that I think that match is gonna be good. Those two are like connected for like years from the Shield and so on. I think it's gonna be a good match. Lashley and Lesnar, I'm interested in that match because this is the first time we see them two go at a singles match. I'm interested to see what the outcome of that match is because people might believe some people. I don't know if I'm one of them yet. I might be that Brock may not be champion end of that night. Lashley may become champion. Um, what other match? I mean, Becky versus Doudrop. I mean, it's good to see Doudrop, but let's be honest. We really know who's gonna win that match. And then the mixed tag team match, Edge, Beth Phoenix. I mean, it's good to see that the two married couples wrestling against each other. But I'm ready for Edge and to move on from Miz after this. And the men's
I
rumble, I don't know.
it's a mixed bag of chips, kind of
Yeah,
going on there. So, um, I think what's interesting about all this stuff is that they need to figure where their plans are for those two nights because if you look at it this way, right? Was it night one, nine matches, and night two, nine matches
something
also?
like that. Something like that. Yeah.
So they got 18 matches they have to fill. So they have what, six titles right there already ready to fill out. Now,
Yeah.
it,
Okay.
that it's just so you have 6 of your your 18 matches filled. So what are you going to fill with the rest of the card? That leaves literally 13 matches, no, 12 matches that have not been, figured out yet. So, I mean, for me, if you, let's say, hypothetically, obviously they're going to have Brock and Roman and whoever wins the Rumble against, Roman and stuff like that. I think what should happen, and I'm going to say my pick for this because
Mhm.
obviously for the predictions war, I'm not a part of that. I think AJ should win the Rumble this year or next, and have him be Universal Champion and give him that, because AJ can go one or two ways. He can go back to NXT and make the NXT, title, even though it has prestige already in my
Yeah,
eyes,
yeah.
it can make like more casual fans put more eyes on it, because people who are casual fans that watch Raw will gravitate to NXT because they know AJ.
Hmm.
And AJ as champion would give them motivation to stick around to see the newer talent. Now, is that a possibility it's going to happen? Who knows? But that would also bring your NXT titles into WrestleMania. So you're filling match card spots with the NXT title. They're not going to put the UK the NXT North America title in that
No.
situation, but they would put the women's and the men's titles, one of those two titles, in that situation. Look what they did when with the during COVID, where you had the whole freaking no fans inside the PC era. Like they had, Rhea and Charlotte. Okay.
Hmm.
Why not do it the same thing with the men's, but make that like the, let's say hypothetically, the fifth or sixth match on the card and stuff. But if AJ wins the Rumble and does that, that would be considered main eventing night one, because you would literally have Brock and Roman main eventing night two,
Hmm.
unless it's something like extremely important like Bianca and Sasha. I think though what could happen is that if they do this card perfectly in a perfect world, you would have the four horsewomen go in a match, a fatal four way for both titles on the line on night one as your main event, and then have Roman and Brock as that. That would make perfect sense. But and then have the NXT as another title in the mid card just to show the casual fan on it, because it's going to be aired just like last year possibly. So there you
Oh
go.
yeah.
You have Peacock, and then NBC Universal probably want to have it on their main channel. So I mean, why not? It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I think they're planning one of the NXT pay-per-views in the afternoon of WrestleMania. Is that what I read somewhere this week?
Possibly
I think Stomp and Deliver. I think is part number
stand and deliver. Yeah,
Stand and Deliver. Yes. So if that's true, we're probably not going to see any NXT titles on the WrestleMania card. If um, uh, yes, you're right. They're definitely going to have to 6 titles, I guess. Well, actually 7 because we forgot the women's tag team titles. But they're gonna have to have personal feuds. I think Randy Orton and Riddle. I think that's destined to be like a WrestleMania match.
I think it's time to keep, if you're going to go there and break those two apart. If you have a feud that are together, that's fine. But I
Hmm.
think you're better off breaking that off and having that in the summer. So having them do like one-on-one matches at Mania, culminating into something different, but they're not going to do that. So for me, if they don't have AJ win, like I'm looking at an angle to make AJ even get up there, because it's well overdue that he's
Yes.
had the IC title, the United States title, he's had the WWE Championship, right? And he's
Yeah,
had
yeah, the
both.
U.S. title also.
Yeah, and he's had the Raw Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
So I mean, Vince loves AJ, so I
Oh yeah.
wouldn't be shocked that they put him in a Universal title shot at some point. And whether it's with Roman, it probably won't be with Brock.
No.
But if it's with Roman, then I will be all in for that. But they're gonna keep that title on Roman as long as possible.
Yeah.
But if they they take the title off of him, I could see AJ, if he doesn't win the Rumble, something like him winning Money in the Bank and having, Roman wonder when AJ will cash that out. And they could turn around and make that Money in the Bank briefcase a phenomenal Money in the briefcase. They could be like, it's the phenomenal Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I can see Bradshaw saying stuff like that.
It's just, it's about time that you have one of the best in the world. Jeez, freaking cough. Best in the I hate when this whole cough thing ever since with COVID. Since having it, it's horrible. Like, it's just I think it's about time AJ gets the due he does, and if they look at that Universal title as the top title in that company, it's better off having AJ hold it for a little while and giving everybody else a break. I mean, it's all well overdue. When was the last time AJ had a high-end WWE title? It's been a bit, right?
WWE champion. He lost the last time he was a WWE champion was to Daniel Bryan when Daniel Bryan went heel. I think it was the last time he was WWE champion. That was on a SmackDown
about 2 years
show.
ago.
Yeah,
about 2-3 years ago.
I think it was late 2018.
So let's say about 3 years ago, 3-4 years ago.
Yeah,
so,
3 years ago.
Somebody like his caliber, it's well overdue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, for me, I want to see somebody like AJ hold the title and stuff like that. I love Big E and stuff like that, but I could see like him going against somebody like, I don't know. It tells you how much SmackDown I pay attention to sometimes.
There's not a lot of SmackDown.
There's not a lot of, like, him and Owens would be great. But him and NXT, there's so many great masters that you could do. Him and Braun Breaker, dude. Like him and Grayson again, but longer. There's so many younger talent that they're down there that he could do so much with. So I hate this freaking cough.
Is it worse during a night?
In the day too. It hurts.
Okay.
I have a case of water down here just in case.
Mm-hmm.
But it literally just let you know, having COVID cough after having COVID, it's not fun. Mm-hmm. It flares up when it feels like it. And usually I'm on camera when it does.
It's like oh, so back on camera. Time to jinx him. Time to cough him. Make him cough.
Yeah,
it's like enough.
But from there, because you were talking about Ronda and we're talking about the Rumble, is that they're not going to do the 4 horsewomen thing, because if Ronda's in the Rumble, you already know the winner.
Yeah, they wouldn't have Ronda lose the Rumble.
No, they're not going to have her lose it at all.
No,
they're actually probably going to prolong it for her to win.
Yeah, she'll probably come in like at number 30 or something, or maybe number 1. I don't know. Like they, and I think it's pretty obvious she's gonna pick Becky. Like
it'd be cleared if they pick Becky, but I mean,
yeah.
Let's see what happens though. They the way they're angling it, they're gonna have Becky with Ronda, but it looks like they want Lita to go against Charlotte.
And that's a problem with the SmackDown side of the women's division. They have nobody in house so they have to go to a legend to confront Charlotte, but they have nobody in their own roster under like a full time. Like
they have to pick it up. Yeah.
Like SmackDown doesn't have. Raw's doing actually a better job of that with lately this past few months. Liv Morgan and Doudrop. Where's SmackDown doing?
repeating the same pattern all over again like Raw used to.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Especially the
that's the
women's side. The
problem.
women's side, yeah. It's
And that
Naomi's getting a bigger push than anybody's getting against Charlotte.
and that's the problem. The writers over there get complacent a lot of times, and
Yeah,
they look at it like, okay, well, we might as well repeat what this worked because it worked then. It will work now.
yeah.
A good example is somebody said that you know NXT is becoming Attitude Era 2.0
Mm-hmm.
with the way it's being set up. It's like the
Kind
same
of
way,
is. Yes.
and I could see that, but it's just the it's more story driven than anything, I think, for the most part. But a lot of segments on there, it doesn't make sense. Like, hell, Wendy Chu's segment on there with Tiffany was just awesome. Like everybody's like part of the Chu train literally is all ecstatic every time she's on camera right now.
Yeah, she's like the Orange Cassidy of the NXT. Like, yeah, she can
It's
actually
just
wrestle.
yeah, and it's just it doesn't make any sense because
No.
you're gonna have all these NXT talent go in there. It's like what the hell, you're technically trying to ruin the NXT talent just having them see it.
Anakin,
Yeah,
get in
that's the
here.
story.
Get in here. Who cares about work?
Hey, I if you guys want to check out, hit the like, comment, and subscribe. We're
Yeah.
2 away on Twitch to get affiliation. So, go check that out too. Also, go check out bodyslam.net. I do the post show every Tuesday night for the NXT post show. So, go check that out too. It's just for me, I'm more excited for the Rumble for the first time in a long
Me
time just
too.
because you don't know what's going to happen.
Me too. This is actually a very good card because look, we did the card last year, Goldberg and McIntyre, like that didn't excite anybody, right? Like that was like not exciting. The World Rumble men's and female, I guess, wasn't exciting. I mean, it was exciting because we all felt like Bianca was gonna win, and I forgot who won the men's. Who won the men's? Edge.
I'm going to
Oh,
say this. If this card is set up the way I hope it's set up,
yeah.
they better have Lashley and Brock as the main event at that match.
Oh yeah, because this is a match. Because like this is a match where Brock actually lose by underestimating Bobby Lashley because like Bobby Lashley's the type of guy you don't underestimate. And he's been doing it in the whole lead up to this pay-per-view. Just
I think
underestimating
that
it.
I think this year, for if anything, just because of the eyes on it,
Yeah.
you've got a former USC and a former Bellator MMA fighters. You're gonna have like ESPN and all this coverage on it. That would be your main event. That would be wise.
Mhm. Yeah, agreed. I'm looking forward to this match because I wouldn't be surprised if Brock does lose the championship here to Bobby Lashley.
I don't think it is because I think they're going to end up keep going and keeping things the way it's supposed to be. Because if they're going to have a Brock and Roman match, they both can keep the titles on each other and make it not about a title match.
Yeah, they can, but I don't think they're gonna do that because I think it's gonna be. I also think the Elimination Chamber is gonna have some play into this. Like, if Brock, one of these guys are gonna be involved in the Elimination Chamber match, right? And I don't know, like, there's a chance Brock may actually lose. If it's Brock could possibly lose in the Elimination Chamber match, but not by getting pinned. Surprisingly, as the last man, surprisingly he gets pinned earlier than expected. I don't think so. I think that could hurt Brock, but I don't know. I don't want them both to be champion going to WrestleMania, where it's champion versus champion. I want to have them on both. I want titles on both brands because it helps build up other wrestlers on the brands if they have their separate titles.
By the way, everybody's got to get used to the noise. If you hear water rushing, I am in
Yeah.
my basement. So
I mean,
every time I hear this now, and every time I'll say namaste.
Brock wasn't even supposed to win the championship. It's supposed to be Seth Rollins.
Oh, I get that, but I think if they're gonna do everything right and you're gonna switch it around, if you give Seth the Universal title and put it back on Raw, and give Big Red back, it would just be a lot easier to take the belt off of Becky and put it on Ronda,
What's
and
this
then go from
countdown?
there.
Dude, what's this countdown for?
I don't know.
Oh, is this the
Unless
1.5?
DMGMC is gonna pop in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but Atticus not here. He pops in.
But it's just I they would be smart to give Ronda the title for a while and have Becky go to SmackDown. Eventually, what's going to end up happening is that SummerSlam, if they don't do the 4 horsewomen title match, they'll do it at SummerSlam because you're going to keep Bayley on SmackDown.
Bayley's definitely going to SmackDown. I agree.
Yeah, then you put Becky on SmackDown because obviously, Seth's there, so it's like it makes more sense because you're gonna have Roman go stay on SmackDown and overload it because Fox is gonna want that, and then you could start fresh up with the USA and have all these fresh talent for Ronda to go after and build up and everything else with feuds, give other people chances and stuff. I think that Alexa is probably, if Ronda is not in it, is probably my dark horse to win the Rumble because I think she'll be number 30 if Becky, if someone else doesn't interfere into it. So
I think my dark horse is Bayley.
Yeah, that's the other person I was thinking of too.
I think
You
you deleted it. You timed him out.
What's up, bud? How you doing?
What's
It's
up?
been a
What's
bit.
up? What's up?
He timed you out. Surprise Rumble entry.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, perfect. All right. I haven't done this in a while. Okay. Yeah.
Nah, you're good.
You last time on the draft?
I think so, right? Right, Throwback? Right? It was the draft, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Last one
Anakin
was the draft. Yeah, it's been a while.
Is Anakin in the comments section?
Yeah.
He probably is
good.
hiding somewhere.
Hopefully he's having an aneurysm right now. That would
Oh,
be great.
he's going crazy, yeah.
Where are you, coward? Where are you? I'm on the show. I made it. What's your problem? Yeah. So, you guys needed a heel on here, so I decided to show up. I know Drew's coming like in 15 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, DGMC, what the heck? Freaking Anakin's got producer credits, and he just
Anakin did that. Yeah, he has biz access.
Yeah, but he also has his laptop at work.
Oh, that's true too.
So I wanted to ask you guys this because we'll talk more about the Rumble, but so have you guys followed the franchise Bad Blood recently?
Yeah,
on the Roundtable podcast.
No, I have not.
No,
never heard of it.
He has officially laid down the gauntlet for Wicked Crazy Pinfalls to join them on a 5-on-5. So I have asked one person, and he'll be here later, about bringing certain person back. So I do have the answer from the person that he's asking it for. So when that happens, we'll get to that. I want the best team possible. So if anybody wants to be a part of it, it'll be fun. We'll do our prediction show. Storm permitting, because they're saying here that we're getting about 24 inches of snow over the weekend.
Wow, yeah. Northeast, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a nor'eastern. Yeah, I'll be shoveling up. I'll be back here for work hopefully about 1. The Rumble's not till like 8, so I might see if I can rush in here right afterwards, get everybody together, see where they're at, and we can get a prediction show wrapped around. But hopefully I can get that done quick. If not, then I'll go on here live and read out everybody's predictions and go from there. But it's going to be fun. We're going to have a little fun out of it. Other than that, back talking about wrestling and the Rumble and stuff. Out of this card, which match are you guys highly excited for the first time?
Women's match. I mean, Rumble.
So I've been waiting like years for Brock against Lashley. You know, like if you had told me this match was happening 3 years ago, I would just like, I don't want to see that crap. But something's happened over the last. I think really Lashley getting his push. You know, because I haven't watched WWE in like 3 years, like regularly. So when I saw Brock and Lashley were having a match, I knew like, okay, I got to check out the Rumble this year. So I'm really excited for that match. Hopefully, Lashley's not going to win, but it'll be nice if it'd be a cool moment, you know, for that.
I think I agree with you that Lashley and Brock should be it. I think Brock should take the win on that one. But for me, it's more so the men's side of the Rumble. I'm curious about to see who's going to pop in and what can happen. Um, because some of these one-on-one matches are very predictable, and it's just which way you're going. I mean, Dewdrop versus Becky. Come on now, you already know who's going to win out of that. I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm gonna go with the root with everybody. Piper Niven. I mean, I'm more.
What? That's her? Oh my god!
Yeah, that's Piper Niven. You didn't know that?
I didn't like. So I haven't. I've seen the name around, and I've seen people like crapping on the name, but that was she was in like ICW, like over like the Indian, like Scotland or something.
NXT UK. Yeah.
And I know she got signed, but I didn't know what her name was. I thought her name was Piper. Was that her name in NXT? Piper Niven, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that, but I didn't know. That's Dewdrop?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
That's the thing about WWE. They'll keep your name or they'll change your name.
Yeah, for like the copyright stuff or whatever, the trademark.
Yeah.
John Cena's his name, and WWE has the rights to his name.
Obviously, his name is Peacemaker. Obviously, he goes every time I see him. He's in that outfit.
I know it's like it's instantaneous promotion.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's going to be a good card, nonetheless. What did you guys think of NXT this week overall?
I thought it was pretty good for like.
I thought it was
a quick rundown of what happened. Like, I didn't catch it. I know that one guy wrestled AJ. That AJ came down.
That's the week before.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Was that like he looked like the Miz son, or like taller Miz? But I don't know. I don't know his name.
Taller Miz.
I would say this much, that Kushida in a tag team is interesting.
Jacket time?
Yeah. MSK winning that match with MSK was really good.
Yeah.
But you could see where for the women's division where they're heading, and Kaylee Ray is going to end up being the next NXT Women's Champion.
Oh yeah,
pretty much soon at Vengeance Day next month on the 15th. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. And then you have the Women's Dusty Cup, but the match that's going to be killer next week is coming Tuesday on NXT. I can't wait to see the Creed brothers versus Grizzly Young Veterans. That is going to be an awesome match. It's going to be extremely physical, very raw, and it's just going to be very entertaining too.
Anakin, yeah. That the singer. Nobody knows who that singer is. Like nobody watches NXT knows who that singer was.
Yeah, I don't even know who that person was. Like, what was that? What the hell? Who is that?
Everybody wasn't paying attention to her. Like everybody was paying attention to her. Like the breast area.
Yeah, I was just like,
yeah,
I was curious who the person was, and then I just forgot about it. And then the whole segment was, and I just tuned out on it. Anytime someone starts singing and they're not really relevant in music, I'm like, whatever, and I just start tuning out on it.
That's NXT for you. They get these artists that are somewhat popular, or not popular at all.
Or they're TikTok popular.
Yeah, that's
and the thing is that it waters down the segments. Like, okay, the whole Wendy Chu segment was great. The whole thing about her be like drinking, and all of a sudden Tiffany decides to slap that out there, and it's just like,
Daddy do.
Yeah, 2 weeks prior, she's sitting there up top of locker.
Yeah.
Candace and Casey literally are there with the two other dudes.
Who are they?
They're like Brooks and Dunn kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
And
literally, she's like, he likes you. Just comes out of nowhere. They're
yeah.
putting her in individual spots just to make her shine, and it works.
Yes.
So, and then just damn freaking COVID cough. What the fudge? I hate this thing. Trust me, if you ever get COVID and you're vaccinated, it's horrible. It's really horrible.
I think I had it. I think I had it. Like my roommate had it. She had it, and like for about like 3 or 4 days, I had like a real like not sore throat, but like it was like scratchy. Not scratchy. It was like it felt weird every time. Like I would get something to drink, and then then it went away. But I've never felt anything like that before. And she's fine, but at least I have something to hang over her head. And I have a COVID test that I took, and it came back negative. But I wish I would have had it like a month ago.
Yeah, for me, I had Anakin had COVID, but I had a COVID and I'm vaccinated, and it was extremely bad. I had a headache, it felt like I was having a major sinus infection.
Oh, okay.
I coughed a little bit with stuff like that. I didn't have a fever at all, no chills or anything, and I went there to get to what they have here called Circle Health, which is like it's in network urgent care, and literally they're like, "Oh, you got COVID." I'm like,
Fuck.
yes. So for me, it's just one of those things. It's just like crap. And right after it, I started getting this cough afterwards.
Yeah.
We turned from wrestling into medical MD, and they said that this cough could last between 2 months to at least 6 months.
Holy shit.
Okay, damn.
Mm-hmm. So, got 2 bottles of water, got a cup of soda, have a whole case of water behind me. I should be okay. It's just for this whole week has been interesting. Danhausen shows up and on AEW, so I guess Danhausen's all elite right now, huh?
Yeah. It's not Tony Khan's favorite though, but you know what?
Why not? Danhausen evil is Danhausen evil.
Tony Khan doesn't like Danhausen.
Why?
That's what he said before. But you know what? It's different, right? I mean, like he'll hire people that if you convince him to hire. Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't the whole fact that money talks, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. He's gone. Yeah.
No, he's still there. It's just buffing.
But the way they introduced him was like in the beginning of a match.
What's up, Tim? I mean, if you're gonna introduce Danhausen in a comical fashion and kind of like that would make sense. But I mean, what are you gonna do after him, though? That's the question.
I say just stick him with Punk and just have him be like Punk's like little like mascot like butler, and just do vignettes from Punk's house where like Danhausen has to clean after his dog or something, or like he has to like type stuff out for AJ or something, and Punk's like, "Why are you in my house? Get out of my house." That'd be very great. I want to see those two together. I want to see those two do something. No,
I don't think
Punk
that's
and
happening.
Punk and Danhausen's FTR. Book it. Put it on pay-per-view. I don't care.
Oh my god!
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it.
You'll pay for it. I don't think that'll happen though, because if they do anything with Danhausen, it's probably going to end up having to do something where, it makes a bigger impact. I mean, he's got a following like no other. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up doing something with like Orange Cassidy and like Anakin said, best friends, and intertwines as their group, kind of like what that dude for the Super Click did, just spraying shit around and disinfecting everything with the
Landon Butler. Yeah, Landon Butler. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
So
it's Brandon Cutler.
It's Landon Butler. I watch BTE. They call him Landon Butler. That's his name. That's what they call him.
Because he is a butler.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I mean, what do you expect Sean Spears is right now? He basically does everything MJF asks.
He's a chairman.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
weird chair fetish guy. He's a weird.
Chair fetish.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go back to the Rumble for a second, and because everything with surprises and stuff like that, WWE is well known for that. Do you see, other than Mickey James being in the Rumble, any Forbidden Door entrance happening in the Rumble at all besides her? Because there's a
Sable.
possibility I could see one.
Sable. I'm just gonna say Sable.
I think if they're smart enough,
Sable wins the Rumble. Oh God.
Oh my god.
I think if they're smart enough, they bring Moose in and just see what happens if that whole thing with Impact is still intact. It could be, but I mean that would be an interesting thing. Him just doing a one-off.
There's so many comical things that could happen with Moose, like in the Rumble. Like he just shows up and he just gets eliminated in like 90 seconds.
Come on, kid.
Like, he does the Moose thing and then he gets thrown out.
Yeah, he goes like this and he gets.
I can see that happening, But I think with Forbidden Door, it's like it depends. If it's something like low risk, that's not like earth shattering, maybe. But it depends on what you mean by Forbidden Door. Like I don't think like obviously not AEW, anything from AEW or anything like that, or New Japan, but like somebody from Ring of Honor, or somebody from the NWA. That's like low risk. That's not unrealistic. I don't think.
Hey, I'm not removing Aaron off of this. Aaron's an OG, just like you, man.
Hey, I'm messing about if she does come back for the Rumble, like you're gonna have to source me on that.
I could say this much. I could see Moose be a possibility in there as a surprise entrant because that field for the men's is very, very,
What about
not completely filled.
What about?
But here's a name I'll throw out, and this is a long shot. Maybe Bray comes back for a one-off. It's a long shot, but I mean, and then on the women's side, I could see like Trish popping out of nowhere. They kind of
Candice Michelle
in there.
Sure, why not? Let's just get those Miller Lite girls from WrestleMania 19, bring them back.
Candice Michelle,
just
Layla?
Some Playboy Playmates from like 2007. Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
they're bringing back Legend Summer Rae. Candice Michelle is more of a Legend Summer Rae. Candice Michelle actually had a title.
Summer Rae was a legend on Total Divas, right? So that counts.
They're bringing back Candice too, so I wouldn't be surprised about that.
What about what other women?
You'll have the Funkadactyls finally in a Rumble, both of them beating the crap out of each other.
What about Jazz? Jazz would be
good.
Wait, she retired? She's not retired, right?
I
don't think she's retired.
No. I don't know. Aaron Waters. I don't know, man. Let's take majors on that. Who would happen first? Bray goes into Rumble or Waters gets vaccinated?
Rogers gets vaccinated. I think that's a bigger chance.
I think Bray being in there would be a bigger chance than
unless Bray's coming back. Unless Bray's back. If he's just back for one Rumble appearance, that doesn't. I mean, if you're gonna bring him back, you might as well just re-sign him.
I see Eric Rowan doing it though too. That could be a name that a lot of people don't see underneath the radar that he could pop in for one.
Who?
Eric Rowan.
Braun Strowman.
He's with Impact, right?
No.
He's not really signed to any company, but like
he's signed with EC3's Cult, or whatever that is.
But he's not really signed to like any company per se. He's part of the faction of EC3, but like they're not like signed to AEW or like WWE or like Impact. They'll appear anywhere.
I would associate that with Ring of Honor, considering the fact that when Ring of Honor does come back, they're probably going to be there to help them start it up.
Yeah. I don't know who else.
Jamie Noble? I don't know.
Jamie, well, he does work. He does work for the company, so
yeah. You bring the producers out and have them get back in their gear for one more time. Devon, I don't. Bubba Ray, did they get that heat? I don't know. I'm just saying names now. Funaki, I'm gonna keep saying names. I don't care. Muhammad Hassan, just him and that.
Oh,
It's just-
Muhammad Hassan.
I'll say this much, right? Someone did declare for the Rumble, but I don't know. I could see the franchise Bad Blood being in the Rumble. The way things that he was saying is that everybody seems like they're declaring for the Rumble. So, I mean, there's so many people that could pop in. And it's ridiculous.
Victoria.
They do need more women, right? Isn't it like there's not like how many women are actually announced for the Rumbles? Like less than half of the field, probably
I'm
like
not
10.
sure.
I don't know.
No, it's like there's like 15 at least.
Okay, so so there'll be a ton of women, probably legends coming in. I assume.
Well, some reason, so she's a legend.
That's her and Natalia drew huge money. Like what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
That was a real draw.
Well,
right?
every former superstar in WWE is a legend. Even the jobbers are legends.
Yeah. Funaki is a legend. I don't care what anyone says. I don't.
Well, you got also the NXT men. I wouldn't be surprised you see Kushida in there. There's rumors Braun Breaker is going to be in there.
Braun Breaker for sure. I see that.
I wouldn't be surprised they pull Von Wagner out there.
God no. God no. Von Wagner's
If
the lamest superstar in the whole of every wrestling company in the whole world.
I wouldn't be surprised they bring Grayson Waller into the Rumble and have him and AJ go off on each other again.
Is that the guy that Miz Jr.? That's like Miz's like tall son. That's him. Okay.
You call him Mrs. Jr.
Waller. Sounds like a private school name, you know.
Amanda Waller.
It could be.
Yeah.
Amanda Waller's a legitimate son.
I mean, yeah, the other thing you also I could see is that people like coming in could be, what is it? Carmelo Hayes could pop in there for a bit. There's so much they can do right there.
I see Toxic Attraction maybe in the Women's Rumble.
No, they probably are going to be in the Women's Rumble. That I can probably guarantee that. I mean, her and Sonya Deville literally both facing each other, and then Toxic Attraction. That could be an interesting dynamic.
That's my pick to win. That's my pick to win. I've been saying it for like 2 years now that every year I'm going to pick Sonya to win the Rumble until she does.
Well, she technically could because she's in the.
No, she's going to. She's going to. It's not if.
Well, it seems like they're gravitating to like gang warfare. Don't be surprised if they do an MMA, like they were hinting at 4 horsemen MMA, but they instead of having, Sonya having like Mia Shafir and the other person in there, that they have Ronda, Shayna, and then they have Sonya in that whole three-way triad, because all three of them are MMA fighters and stuff. So it wouldn't be shocking if they both do that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm changing my pick. I'm gonna say Ronda wins the Rumble just so we can. The whole internet just burns to the ground.
Becky is ready for Wanda, so
yeah, let's do that. Should have it 2 years ago, but who cares? 3 years ago, who cares? It's just burn WrestleMania to the ground.
Yeah.
What's up, man? But I mean, it's going to be one of those things I'm excited for. Rumble is going to be always great. I'm still waiting to see like when these two are going to pop up, because I thought Anakin would be popping in by now.
He's a coward.
15 minutes left on the show.
He's a coward. That's why. So this is recording, right? Yeah. So yeah, you're a coward, Anakin.
He says it right out. Well, if you guys want to join the conversation, just comment, like, subscribe, tap the bells. And if you want to be a member on here, hit the Twitch and, follow us on here. We're here every night, every Thursday night or so. Freaking Anakin pops in the freaking background and freaking takes DGMC out. Come on, man. Don't be like a little kid.
I'll be a coward. Grow a spine.
So, Diggs, if you want to have any questions for us, just go ahead and ask. We'll answer them as best we can. It's what I'm hoping that this lives up to the hype, because the last couple of pay-per-views they've had for WWE, it's kind of been like, what the heck? But I was hoping, as corny as it sounds, because since AEW didn't have him before, um, I thought Danhausen could have ended up as a one-off on WWE, for example. That would be an interesting idea. Just him popping up out of nowhere and just popping out.
So, like for the Rumble, like what if he had
Yeah.
9 seconds, even if in 9 seconds
he'd
they
be
would have thrown a can of paint on him and gave him concussion, and then the camera shows them literally throwing him out of the building onto a heap of trash. That's what would happen.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome.
You really don't like him, do you?
No, I love Dan Housen. I love Dan Housen.
But yeah, I think you like that idea. They could give him the Bobby Heenan treatment. Dan Housing. And he breaks Tito Morel's. Was this a Tito Morel's record, right? Of 10 seconds or something like that.
It was like 8 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, less than that.
No, it was like I don't remember.
I'm just curious what Dan Housing on AEW. He's just gonna be there for comedy stuff. He's gonna be like,
yeah.
He's just gonna pop in and out of matches. It's like a freaking whack-a-mole, and everybody's trying to wonder why he's there. The other thing I wanted to point out that MJF, I saw the picture of it. MJF sitting on Punk.
Yeah,
it's obviously going to set them up in Chicago. So I mean,
also, you know, CM Punk and Kenta have the same finishing move. Kenta does the exact same thing to his opponent. He sits on them.
Yeah. Kenta being angry at stuff that happened to AEW is like my new favorite thing. I just think they just did it to piss him off last night, and I'm here for it. So just
but look, the match next week. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going to happen, but this is going straight to the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
MJF and Punk is a pay-per-view main event, just by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm going to say this. It's early. I think MJF should go over.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think that'll be the case. I think that the first match is that Punk's going to win it. The second match is MJF's going to say that he didn't lose and be that type of heel where he just says, nope, I didn't lose. It's a technicality, kind of like what Christian did a couple of times where he's like, no, I didn't win. I didn't lose the match for the championship. The ref did this and this, and this, and he's going to pawn it on, or Wardlow didn't do this, and this, and it's not my fault because Wardlow acted on his own accountability, and just there you go. That he goes over on the second match. That will be something. That'll be like something that Full Gear or Double or Nothing or something.
Yeah, because this storyline between Punk and MJF is also a storyline for Wardlow too, for like him eventually turning on. It's like when Batista turned on Triple H. That's what.
It's basically where it's going.
Yeah, I have a prediction about the Wardlow thing. So I think Punk and MJF are going to do their thing. They're going to stretch out to Revolution, but I think over the next month it's just going to be like Punk sowing discontent between Wardlow and MJF and just tease that Punk has kind of gotten Wardlow away from MJF, and then Revolution comes and Vince Russo writes a script and it's like, swerve, bro. Wardlow's with MJF the whole time, and then Wardlow helps MJF win, and then we just go back to what we were doing.
Oh my God,
Vince Russo! I'm calling it now. I think
that kind of does make sense, though.
I think they're going to feud. I think MJF and Wardlow will feud and wear that big moment, but I think it might happen like at the end of the year, maybe something like that. Like I don't see it, at least at the latest, and and also have MJF being world champ by All Out at the latest. I do think he's going to go on a tear and just get that title off Hangman.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see him being champion like very soon too.
Yeah, maybe Wardlow's his first challenger, or something like that. Do that on a maybe not pay-per-view, but do that on like a
one special
TV special or something. And then, I guess.
It could also have him like hint at his defection at a go-home show or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just stands there and MJF has Punk on the floor and he's trying to get him in, and then Wardlow just turns around and walks away.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're still waiting on giving him his answer. So where's Drew? Drew.
Drew. You only got like 10 minutes left. Come on, Drew.
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 What is this promo hour? What is this?
No,
It's Drew's intro now.
yeah.
That's his intro. That's his intro. It's not like a cool song. It's just all right. It's fun.
It's better, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, it's better. It's just something funny we played last week. We realized.
So that's what it takes for Anakin to pop it. For Drew to pop in, Anakin pops in. Okay.
Yeah, well,
You hate to see it.
hey, I'm not the one who's calling people out here. So I mean, every time I call people out on stuff, nothing comes about it. So, hopefully, oh, here we go.
Is he here?
What's
Yeah,
up, buddy?
finally.
How you doing?
Hey,
This guy again.
Oh boy.
GGMC. It's very shocking to see you here right now.
That's the point. I'm look at my username. I'm the surprise entrant. I was 29. You're 30. You know, that's the deal.
That's a very high honor. Thank you very much. I would love
So
to
I
be
was-
number 30.
So I was 28 and Throwback's 27. Then who's number one?
27 usually wins.
Oh, that's true.
There you go.
The 30 never wins, right? Isn't that the case? 30 like never wins.
Sometimes.
Maybe like Cena won like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You're the John Cena of this place. True. Congratulations.
Oh, another high honor. Or you can call me the Peacemaker, whatever the hell his name is.
What the hell's happening?
Drew.
The hell is that music from? Where's that? What the?
I have no clue what's going on.
Somebody hacking the show.
Oh, good
Oh,
lord. You know, you can get.
You know, this is lagging like horribly right now.
Anakin, you suck, dude. All right.
Very much so.
Just look at my avatar. Making my avatar cry.
Is,
I'm just
is
gonna
that
say
live or a recording?
I think that's a recording, and I think that's an epic fail right on.
Yeah, it's an epic fail.
This is, I'm not the head of the
Hey,
table
we're
right
live,
now.
by the way.
I'm not the head of the table right now, but I have to tell you, God, Anakin sucks at this.
I know what you're doing. That's-
Throwback.
Yeah.
I'll
Not
admit
Aaron.
this much. I know
Ouch.
he's been working on
Me.
something, but I didn't know what detailed. But here, whoop. Do we have like
But
lag
the king
issue?
of all worlds. Drew, you don't
Oh,
need
that's
the
better.
king of all
Can
worlds
we like stop
to
it
tell you to
and
bring
restart?
back the head
Just
of the
fast
table.
forward to the end.
Because
Yeah.
like I don't know what the hell's going on now.
Quite honestly, I don't know why you'd want to bring the head of the table back in the first place.
It's just a video of Anakin talking to
This
himself.
is like 3D
Mid.
8-bit Anakin.
Why are we watching Anakin ramble
Did you
to
see-
himself?
I feel really
Unlike-
bad for Anakin. I do. I love him.
Felt.
I feel bad for him though.
Yeah. Look at this.
Work Wi-Fi sucks. Okay. Okay.
Look at John Cena crying.
Can you send that to Throwback so he can play it so we can actually understand what the hell that was?
Oh my god.
Just send it to Matthew and put it on Botchmania.
For a second, I thought MJF was going to appear on our show. I'm like, wait, MJF is
I
appearing?
was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
think-
didn't even know that was going to happen?
I think this should go on Botchamania kind of.
Botchamania.
Yeah,
Anakin does
that
a whole deal. Hi, I'm Anakin. I'm a coward, and this is Botchamania. Then you do the intro. Yeah, that's somebody tweet Matthew. Somebody tweet him. So,
It's just I feel bad for you, Anakin. I do.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that happened.
Let me see if I can play this right.
Nah.
I could tell you right now, it's not the Wi-Fi, it's how choppy it is.
It's a virus. He put a virus on your computer, Throwback. Did you realize what's happening?
Shit, he might have actually.
He infected your computer.
Yeah,
Anakin, try RJ City.
Oh,
He's stealing your social security number right now, Throwback. You see what you've done?
Hello, Drew. If you don't recognize me, I don't blame you. It's not your fault. You're a cultured man. This is your dear old sweet friend, RJ City, and I have a message for you from Anakin Jimit. Anakin.
how about I give Drew a proper greeting?
Drew.
Drew.
That's how we do it here.
Yes.
Is that how we do it here?
he sent you a link. I think he sent you a
Oh,
link.
man.
Yeah.
Let's see if the link works. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Look, I love Anakin. He obviously tried to surprise me as usual because he loves doing that so much when I was the head of the table.
Okay. Let me see if this works.
TGMC, some kind of steal our information. What are you doing? Oh, there I am. Hi.
Okay. You guys can see it, right? I'm going to have to open on my phone for the chat to watch this. So give me 1 second. Okay. I have it up here. So I'm going to mute it a bit. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hello, Drew. Hello, Drew.
Much better.
Drew.
Full screen. Drew promo.
Cut my music.
Oh no.
Drew. Here we are, once again. Where now, suddenly,
The sad part is I can't look at everybody's
You wanna
reaction
bring back
to this because
the
my,
head of the table.
my screen's full screen.
Yeah.
you said that there was only one person that could bring back the head of the table. Not Throwback. Not Aaron. Not me. But the king of all worlds. Drew, you don't need the king of all worlds to tell you to bring back the head of the table. Quite honestly, I don't know why you'd want to bring the head of the table back in the first place.
This
Good
is
point.
a 7-minute
It was
promo by
so,
you.
Mid. Because you
Wow.
Just skip to the
see,
middle.
unlike myself, been easy in my tournament predictions match. You couldn't even get past the first round.
Okay, I definitely need to work on that bracket and set this
We
up.
talked a big game, and yet, at the end of the day, when all was said and done, I made it through. You did not.
On a
You
technicality.
know what that
This
means,
is a very long
Drew Nicholas?
promo, isn't it?
This is a Triple H 2003
I'm
on
better
Raw
than
promo.
And you know it. And it's no surprise, for as you saw,
Where's your shovel, Anakin? Coward.
you've got dumped on by Dennis, by Maggie, even RJ City himself.
That you paid for. I love you,
Sure.
Anakin, but
Go ahead and bring back the head of the table. Emulate your pal Roman, who's become as boring as watching paint dry.
I like this promo.
Oh,
That's so cliche. Let me start it over. Go ahead and bring back Roman, who's as boring as watching one of your promos. Because at the end of the day, you can talk your talk and talk a big game, but
Talk too much. You never shut up, mannequin.
some of us are just too all.
that's watching me to talk too much.
Yes, this is.
When you feel like you need to bring back head of the table for this predictions contest for the Royal Rumble. The fact of the matter is, the head of the table, it isn't the demon to your Finn Balor.
Why do I feel like I'm listening to a feminist,
No,
like
it's
a
your,
promo for like a beauty product or something like that?
it's your Constable Corbin.
Constable Corbin.
Your
Oh
parent.
no.
It drags you down. And quite frankly, I don't have time for people who would drag me down. But if you bring the head of the table back, I guess we'll just have to see what happens next, won't we? Catch you around, Nicky boy. Drew, you couldn't help yourself, could you? I had this video done, and then I look and I see that Drew Nicholas has uploaded a new video titled,
Oh no.
Those Unfamiliar, Here's Why the King of All Worlds Needs to Bring the Head of the Table Back. This is the difference between you and I, Drew. I don't need permission from my competition to crush them. I just do.
Why is there two promos in one?
And you talk about how if the head of the table comes back, about how it's unknown what side you'll be on. Will you be on the Wicked Crazy Crew side or on the Roundtable podcast side? And for the Roundtable podcast, they've got champions like yourself who aren't.
He's still going.
Why is, you got another minute and a half of this.
Once again, Drew.
I'm giving him
Let
the
him-
proper
difference
due.
between
Okay,
you and
so
I.
let me.
See, win.
Let's let it go for the rest.
Yeah.
Win.
Let's give him the respect.
Your new and first ever Wicked Crazy Pinfalls champion. I will have earned and not bought it. As far as all this talk of what side will you be on, I only got one thing to say to you about that.
Shut up, bitch!
And for another thing, somebody else.
No, hopefully I don't get monetized for that.
The head of the table should come back.
Oh my God, where's
Go
Maggie?
ahead, bring him
It's
back.
2 a.m. Where she
If you
is.
want.
This is hilarious stuff.
I'll knock him down again. And did I say I wouldn't mind the head of the table coming back? For one night, one predictions, in a 5-on-5 team. But you're talking like you're going to bring him back permanently, and also like you don't know what side you're on. And frankly, I can't trust you then, Drew. So betray us at your peril. Because if you want to come at me, I'll make you famous, kid.
You all could say that Anakin is one most likely going to betray. True, but he's accusing you of being not trustworthy.
Well, we remember that when the head of the table was around,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't like
Wait.
any of you.
So I just got a question before I give the answer and Drew and everything. What the fuck was that?
Oh no,
Here he
he's here
comes.
now.
Loading,
Yeah, there we
loading,
go.
Can we
MJ
not?
Anakin.
loading.
Anakin, we don't need this.
Buffering. Yeah, all right.
Just let's just let the video speak for itself for today.
Work Wi-Fi.
I want on record, by the way, and I put this in the chat, so I don't know if anybody can see the chat. Once this goes, after we're done with this all.
Well, there he is.
I didn't ask. I was asked to bring the head of the table back. I didn't want to bring the head of the table back. So,
Well, our buddy from the Round Table podcast just woke up, so hopefully he could pop in here. Hey, franchise, but come on in if you're still up. But
Anakin, let me just say something. Can you
Okay.
hear me, Anakin?
Yes.
I respect you for doing that. I do, and I'm not. This isn't a bit. This isn't. No, because seriously.
Business is about to pick up.
It was supposed to
There's
be
the
where
man.
It was supposed to be where I would be uploading it, and it would just play, and so y'all wouldn't have been talking, so you could hear it. But the problem is that you got the peanut gallery and Aaron and DGMC, who are off commenting and making their snide little jokes about it. If there's one thing you want to know, it's that when a promo is going, commentary shuts the hell up. At least when they're actually talking. When they take a break, they'll say something.
All I'm gonna say is, why don't you learn? We respect for what you do, but we have a real king of promos sitting in the corner right there. So,
I never said I was the king of promos. I just said I got my eye on you, Drew Seth. I'm watching you.
Just one eye.
All I just
what
gotta
about
say
two?
this is
What
that
about
hold
eyes?
on, this guy is the king of promos right here. Let's be real about that. He does it for a living, man.
First and foremost, I fell asleep 3 times during that promo. What in the blue hell were we talking about?
Get rid of me, please.
What happened? What were we talking about?
Where did it go?
I fell asleep like 6 times. So here's the deal. You want to see a promo throwback? Do you have an iPhone?
No, I don't have an Android.
Who has an iPhone right there right now? What's your phone number, Drew?
I'm not gonna say that out loud.
See, that's why I didn't say anything. That's why I didn't say anything. That's why
We're
I didn't
live,
see it.
yeah.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you send me your phone number via tweet, via DM? I'm going to send you a promo, and I want you to show throwback and everyone else's pro. You know what? No, let's do this.
You could do it in the DM.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it for the world. For the world to see. I'm going to put my iPad up here. Turn my camera around. Let's see. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to do that, but all right, you can see me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Sorry, bud. You know that COVID cough, man.
So, you guys want to talk about championships? Let's talk about championships.
Yeah.
You want to talk about being the wicked crazy podcast champion? Well, as you can see, I do hold more gold than a pawn shop. And don't worry, I made a spot just for you. It's coming home to the true champ, the true podcasting champion, the franchise. And you can take that. So, with that being said, anyone that's part of the COCK, the Coalition of Championship Kings, will walk out with that podcasting championship. That promo took me all of 30 seconds to put my point across. Where, when, what it's all about, and why we're going to take it. So with that being said, Big Money Drew, bring the head of the table back. Bring the tribal chief. Join the winning team. The champions, the Coalition of Championship Kings. better known as the COCKs. You call us dicks, whatever you want to call us. We're the biggest cocks of the walk. With that being said, throwback, Mr. AWO. Where'd the other guy go? That 17-hour promo.
Coward
in
out.
JMT.
You
He's at work.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I went to sleep. I woke up like 4 times. I went to cook dinner. I went to watch a movie. I literally watched all of the Snyder cut of Justice League, and still had time.
And there's my co-host from the bodyslam.net NXT post show the last couple of weeks.
So, Big Money Drew, the man, the myth, and the legend. I hear these guys are complaining about you wanting to join the winning team.
Oh, not me. That's Anakin. Yeah,
well, what happened to Anakin? Didn't he become Darth Vader? The biggest villain of all villains?
Something higher ground, something.
Hey,
Chosen one.
Does
Sith.
it get burned?
Well,
hey, look, even Padme left him, okay? That should tell you right there.
So, throwback, would you like to officially say what the answer is from the King of the World? Why am I hearing myself?
Because franchise is on his phone, probably. The echo's bouncing.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said, and I quote, and he used the line I said in one of my promos, and he said, "You can quote me on this. The head of the table for Wicked Crazy Pinfalls, burn that motherfucker down and take the title home."
Wow.
He said, "Bring it back, and if you want, for the next round, for however it is, until you get in the finals." And he also said this just in case Anakin was saying stuff, which Anakin cut a promo. He said, and he asked me with permission for when I rearranged the bracket, that your next round match as head of the table will be against Anakin motherfucking JMT.
Wow. Sounds like he's calling you out.
So the head of the, basically,
beat me, actually.
So the King of All Worlds also stated that bring him back because it'll be fun for the second time around to do it again. He wants another chance. He wants to have some fun. So why not bring him back?
Like he's got something to feed him.
I think it's more so that my friend sees it as he looks at the rest of the field and sees there's challenges, but I think he respects a rival and he sees Drew as the head of the table as an honor rival because of all the stuff they were going through for their match. So he wanted to prove and put him down a peg, he said. But he also respects how Drew bounced back from adversity and appreciates every moment. Hence why he says he's got so much respect for him that he wants him to burn the predictions war down.
I like that.
Wow. It feels like we're in a wind tunnel right now.
Looks like you might be able to connect.
All right. So, I didn't expect the head of the world, the King of All Worlds, to do that. That was that's actually very nice of him. After he, beat the living daylights out of me for SummerSlam and made the head of the table go away. Now he wants the head of the table back. A redemption story for the head of the table. Maybe a babyface turn?
I look at it when I was talking to him about this for the last few days, is that he wants the best competition in this tournament as best as possible. And he agreed with me that the triple threat idea for Mania for the title would make sense, whoever wins the Rumble for the predictions warfare. but I also was stated that from him that if you come back as head of the table, he wants you to be one of those three. So he wants you to have a shot at this. That's how high of a respect he has for you.
All right.
Because out of everybody in this tournament, you went against Patrick Mason in a one and done match where you could have had the lowest percentage in the tournament if you didn't get it, and you had a 75% shot, a chance percentage, which was the second highest, and then you beat Pat Mason clean. That's adversity. That's where the redemption is.
And Anakin is above me in the rankings.
In the rankings, it goes Jensen, JPJ, because they got 100, King of All Worlds, then you. Anakin is actually 7th in the rankings. If you go by winning percentage.
Anakin
So-
even knows.
Percentage of predictions.
Explain to me the
Anakin.
whole process of the tournament. For the-
Huh. Oh well. I guess
I'll explain the whole process of the tournament in a little bit, but for right now, to focus on this weekend, that's what he asks.
the King of All Worlds wants the head of the table back. And whose side is the head of the table on?
The reveal.
WCRP, Wicked Crazy Pinfalls.
And you know why? I'll tell you why. Because as I've said before, the head of the table, you know, this guy, the head of the table, he beats to his own drum. He doesn't like anybody. He certainly doesn't like cocks like you guys on the Roundtable podcast. Okay? While he likes cocks, but that's a different story. He doesn't like these cocks. And franchise, I need to be the champion for Wicked Crazy Pinfalls, as, you know, the one with the title. And I know that those of you on the Wicked Crazy crew don't particularly like me that much.
Where am I stand on that? I'm the proprietor. I care about you.
Well, I mean, yeah, but, you know, you like breaking kayfabe a lot. The
I break kayfabe. I don't care. I'm the proprietor. I'm very honest. Let's just be at that.
I took some deciding, and I thought to myself, if the King of All Worlds wants the head of the table back, it only makes sense for me to take this jolly group of misfits and elevate you and be the highest champion and the best promo. Because, good lord, look at what we just watched from Anakin, that poor guy. That guy thinks that he's going to be MJF, but actually he's mid-JF. He may actually be mid-Miz. He might actually be like mid-Happy Corbin. I don't even know. Like, it's so far low on the totem pole. And you know what? He doesn't trust me. That's fine. Nobody should trust me. Nobody. Not even you, Throwback. Nobody should trust me because the head of the table legitimately doesn't give a shit about anyone. The head of the table is in it for the head of the table. The head of the table wants the title around his waist, on his shoulder, up on his thing, you know, somewhere eventually. He wants it for himself. So the head of the table is back, ladies and gentlemen. Back to take the title home to Brooklyn, New York, to the franchise players home. Right
Okay,
here.
I've heard enough of this crap. Let me explain something to you. I am the record breaker, the history maker, the franchise player. I win championships. I walk into a company and I make that company better. The reason I am the franchise player is because I can carry any sorry sap to a championship. And I'm going to tell you right now, right here on the Wicked Crazy podcast, that you are going to be just like those stupid announce tables on Raw, SmackDown, and any other pay-per-view. I'm going to smash through you and walk in the same way that I'm going to walk out. And that is the best there is, the best there was, and the best that there ever will be. I'm going to treat you, head of the table, like Brock Lesnar. No, let me rephrase that. I'm going to treat you, head of the table, like Bobby Lashley treats all those kids on Raw. I'm going to beat you like a pinata at Cinco de Mayo. Peace.
I was afraid that he wasn't going to like that very much. So, that was interesting. That was a little bit of a tantrum from the franchise player, wasn't it?
Oh, no. That's how you sell tickets.
Yeah.
You sold me a ticket. So
I'm sold.
I don't know what ticket this is going to, but I'll buy it.
Now, that was a promo. I have to agree with him. That was a promo. The problem is that while he may be
Parrish is in the background chat in the background chat saying
yes.
Well, if Parrish, I don't know if Parrish is around, so I think he's at work.
That's
but
right. I let me just say for a second. I chose the team that I feel should be the winning team, as much as I hate all your guts. So, we'll see. I am the champion. I am the champion that you all can worship because
you're lost champion.
The bad blood, franchise guy. He likes to talk a big game, and you know what? That's fine. I've never promo battled with a wrestler before, and I respect wrestlers very much. So Saturday, if we do end up seeing each other at a prediction show, weather permitting and all that nonsense.
Yeah, because you're in
like
the same area with the storm I am, right?
Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit more than
I might get hit with it too. Like I'm.
I will be very interested in engaging in promo to promo combat, and let's see what happens. Hopefully, the winning team is right here with this guy at the helm. I mean, you're the top guy, but I'm
the proprietor. But the thing is that I can't be a part of the prediction shows.
Understandable.
So
okay.
All right. With that being said, I am gonna clip that, by the way. So, check out what we got planned coming up. Weather permitting, we will do a prediction show. If not, then I'll see if one of these guys can cover it, and I'll give them the info. Hopefully, we can get it early enough so we could try to see if Maggie can join us. That'd be great. I just want to say thank you guys. It's been an interesting ride so far. We're getting closer to 2 years and stuff. So life's going to be changing. We might have some people in late August, popping in to cover and stuff like that. So I'll just give you guys a heads up on certain things going on at that point. But I'll start with the head of the table and we'll work our way around. Go ahead, Drew. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me as Drew Nicholas, without these glasses and all that stuff. And, all this garb. You can find me on Fightful Overbooked every Saturday with Joel Pearl. We do hits and misses. We'll have episode 2 this Saturday. It was a very exciting first show. And I still have some wrestling to catch up on because I've been incredibly busy this week at work. I did watch NXT yesterday. I still haven't watched Raw yet. And then, of course, we have Rampage and SmackDown. on Friday as well. But check us out, youtube.com/FightfulOverbooked for Drew Nicholas and Joel Pearl's Hits and Misses. And as the head of the table, the head of your table, right here on Thursdays for Wicked Crazy Pinfalls.
Aaron, tell me where they can find you, my friend.
So you can find me on my YouTube channel at AWO Aaron Warrior. I do wrestling stuff, but also other non-wrestling stuff like pop culture stuff. Tomorrow, ironically, I am uploading a video on predictions for the Royal Rumble, a video on that stream. So if I'm not able to join you Saturday, you could just watch the video from tomorrow uploading, because I'll give you my predictions then. So yeah, find me on my YouTube channel, and my Twitter account is Aaron J's fan. But yeah.
All right, DGMC. If you want to tell them where they can find you, if not, that's fine.
You can find me watching Tenet, as I am right
Camp,
now. Yeah. And watching Tenet, I have like 40 minutes left, and it's made more sense to me than what I've been sitting through for the past hour. So
thanks.
Yeah, no, it was fine until Anakin did his thing. They're driving backwards, dude. Like, what is happening? They're like.
All right, so check it out. We got on bodyslam.net the Roundtable podcast. Every Tuesday we do an NXT post show over there. I am the co-host of that show, so go check it out and let us know what you think. Check all the articles, all the great people over there do, and then check out the Roundtable podcast every Monday night for their Raw. Hopefully we can be running in on their stuff on Saturday night for the Rumble. Also come here every Thursday night, Wicked Crazy Pinfalls. Like, comment, and subscribe. We are structuring a new Facebook page. Facebook's weird. They won't let you give you the whole name, but if you look for a Wick and then Pinfalls, that's the page. I'm going to try to work and restructure it a bit. Other than that, do a good deed, pay it forward. Got 2 more away from getting affiliate. We got almost 50 people. So, let's get those 2 people. If you get over on it, that'd be great. It'd be helpful. Other than that, thank you so much. Be kind. And like I say every night, do a good deed, pay for it. Have a good night.
There, guys.